Hello there, folks. DJ Burgstarre here, back with another tip of the day. Today I want to talk about sub bass, and this can be a complicated topic, so I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible, just for sort of a quick tip on this, rather than going in deep. So when you're using a sub frequency for one of your tracks, and you want to have this nice sub bass, you have to realize that people may not have a huge subwoofer or be in a studio like you're writing the music in, and it might not be able to be heard on a laptop computer or cheaper speakers or even a phone. So let's play what I have so far, and this is without modifying my bass. I just have a simple melodic phrase, and I've got a really low bass here that I like to use, this nice sub bass. But again, if you're not listening on a good system, you might not even hear it now, but we'll look at it on the spectrum here. Okay, there it is playing my sequence, and you can see that there's a lot of good sub frequencies coming in here, and if you have a big system, you're going to hear this, you're going to feel this, and this is what I want. However, I also want people to be able to maybe hear my bass, sub bass line here that aren't listening on really good headphones or some huge system, maybe on their laptop or something. So how do we do that? Basically, we need to add some harmonics or frequencies here from this sub bass in a frequency range that they'll be able to hear it. So right now, most of this sub is kicking in at 65 hertz and below, and a lot of systems can't even play that or play that properly to be able to hear it. The speakers just aren't capable. So what we want to do is add some more of this sub bass in the 80 to 200 range frequency spectrum here, where we can actually hear that on a lot more devices, potentially even a phone. So there's a whole string of ways to do this, but I'm just going to show you a way I do it real quick. That's just quick and simple. That's not diving in too deep. So again, let's play this again without any modification, and let's say you were to add another track, even like some drums, or you started putting in a chord progression or something. This sub bass would be just disappear completely unless you're on a big system. I've got these drums going and this sub, but boy, that's really hard to hear. Okay, so what I do is I come over to the utilities and come down here to mixing, mastering, and there's a tool here called Bass Bash, and here it is down in my chain here, and all this is doing really is adding some saturation and a little bit of compression, and basically that's going to add some harmonics and sort of add some frequencies here in this range I want this sub bass to be heard in. So let's turn it on and off as we're playing, and you'll be able to hear the difference and see the difference on the spectrum as well. Here we go. This is without it. All right, let's turn it on. Okay. Now, there you have it. Look, there's some harmonic frequencies that are coming in way heavy here. And I can hear this a lot better, and you might start to be able to hear it too, depending on what you're listening to at home. And even if I turn on another track, there it is. I can hear my sequence, my sub bass sequence kind of coming through here. Turn it off. Almost disappears. Turn it back on, and you can tweak these controls to your own desire. If it's maybe a little bit too high frequency and you want to cut some of those out, and stuff like that. You can also go ahead and put on a regular EQ here at the end of your chain and sort of cut out, anything it is supposed to be a sub after all, right? So you really don't want anything coming in after about 200 hertz or so here, because it's supposed to be a bass line. So if I do add this EQ8 in here, it will just get rid of any other frequencies that may be coming in too far into the higher frequencies, like this 1K. It's supposed to be a sub, so I don't want to hear that. So after adding this EQ, I can sort of just keep this in the sub range as well. So that's a quick and easy way of getting your sub bass to be heard in the track with your whole mix, and for people that don't have a big system at home. I'm just going to leave it at that, because we can dive deep into how to mix and master sub bass, when you've got a kick drum coming in and other things, and using side chaining and all kinds of things. But the quick and easy way to get that sub to be heard would be to use this utility and just throw it on there. There are some other utilities in here that sort of do the same thing. You might fish out, and you can also make your own. But anyway, I just throw this on, I sort of leave it at the default, and then I'll put on an EQ8 to get rid of the higher frequencies here altogether, so this still remains a bass instrument. All right, so that's my tip of the day. Real quick and easy way to help with that sub bass come through the mix. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. DJ Burgstarre out.